Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga Career Mode. This is episode number 59, and we started today's episode off with a comment I got from Jar Fons in my last episode, and he said that youth player who wanted to terminate his contract 3 times was actually 3 different players. It's actually a glitch. That's so strange, right? A FIFA Career Mode glitch, where it looks like one player said he wanted to terminate his contract 3 times, or actually it was 3 different players saying they wanted to terminate their contract. So Jarf, I think right there is spot on. He let me know that it's actually 3 separate players coming to us and saying they want to terminate their contracts, but unfortunately a glitch happens where it comes through as one individual player saying it. So thank you for letting me know, Jarv. I wasn't aware of that, and that explains why Mark Clemens terminated his contract, but we never got told. But still, following that, as you saw right there, the draw was made for our Champions League semi-final. We got through the quarters by beating Benfica by 5-0 in the first leg, and then a goalless draw in the second leg. We'll be taking on Barcelona in the semi-finals. We've got a bit of a rivalry at the moment in my careers this year. I don't know why. We seem to face them all the time in the Champions League, season after season. At some stage, we'll take them on in the semi-finals. We knocked them out last year in a round of 16 on the way to the quarter-finals. Can we beat them in the semis and advance through to our first ever Champions League final with Hamburg? Well, we'll have to wait and see. The other tie is an all-English affair, Manchester United versus Chelsea. That'll be quite interesting, and the winner will face either us or Barcelona. But still, for the first game of today's episode here, coming on the back of that goalless draw against Benfica. Our last 2 games have been draws, so coming to this one here against Borussia Mönchengladbach, hoping to return to winning ways. The first chance was pretty uneventful. First half was pretty uneventful. There's only one real chance. Danny Carvajal shot over the bar and behind for a goal kick, and then 3 minutes after the restart here, Cesar Valente found Yannick Gerhardt from a free kick. His header went wide, the post and behind for a goal kick. So still 0-0 in this one. But 53 minutes into the game, Angel Correa was played forward here, and our Argentine striker, who is still the top scorer in the league and also the Champions League as well, joint top scorer in that competition, was played through. You'd put your house on him to score that chance, but unfortunately you'd be homeless if you did. He hit the post and it went behind for a goal kick. So still 0-0 in this game. And in the 73rd minute, well, how about this? Cesar Valente was almost left red-faced. He hasn't made a mistake in a long time. The cross came in, he parried it straight towards, I think it was Lars Stindl for Borussia Mönchengladbach, who took the shot, and it deflected off the legs of Valente and went behind for a corner. I'm not entirely sure he meant to do that, but it looked pretty cool. He made the save, unintentionally or not, and it was still Hamburg 0, Borussia Mönchengladbach 0. He made another good save here, 12 minutes before the end to keep the score scoreless. A great stop there as he turned the shot behind for a corner, and the final chance of the game fell here in stoppage time. Our French left-back Masuaku stormed down the left-hand side, tried to play it through, but Trero made the tackle. It came back to Masuaku, inside towards Yannick Gerhardt, who went for goal, but Karius made a great save and turned it behind for a corner. And it was how the game would finish as well. Final score, Hamburg 0, Borussia Mönchengladbach 0, and again, we've drawn in the league. And I don't know what's going on right now, but over the past 2 months, we have been drawing so many of our games. I'm not entirely sure it's true or not, but I think we've drawn over half our games. I'll have to check that for you and maybe add a speech bubble, but it's just ridiculous right now. We are not performing in the league, and as you can see, after Bayern beat Hanover, this is the league table with 4 games to go. 30 games played, 4 games remaining. Hamburg top with 58 points, Bayern Munich in second with 57 points, and Borussia Dortmund in third with 56 points. So a question for you guys today, with 4 games to go in the Bundesliga, who is going to win the league title? Us with 58 points, Bayern with 57, Borussia Dortmund with 56. All 3 teams are still in the race for the title. The question is there for you today. Let me know in the comment section down below. Who do you think will win the title? Because despite our poor form, you would still consider us to be favourites. Bayern and Borussia Dortmund play each other in the next league game, and then the game after that for Borussia Dortmund, they face us. So 2 massive games for Dortmund against both Bayern Munich and Hamburg, and it really is all to play for. I don't know who's going to win the title. We've been struggling of late. Bayern are back in this title race, and then some. Borussia Dortmund have been there and thereabouts all throughout the year. So a question for you guys, who do you think will go on to win the Bundesliga title? I'm going to stick my neck out, I'm going to stay positive, and I still believe that despite our very inconsistent run of form, we will hold on to top spot. I want you guys to let me know today who you think will win the Bundesliga title. Let me know in the comment section down below. But for the second game of today's episode here, we take on Hanover 96 here at the Volkspark Stadion in the Deutsche Pokal semi-finals. So the semi-finals of the cup, we've never reached this round before, and despite getting to the penultimate stage of the competition, I still decided to field a completely changed side, make 11 changes, and put a completely fresh lineup out there. We take the lead as well 25 minutes in through Timo Werner, and despite us fielding a weakened side, I still felt that we would be the stronger team in this game, due to the fact that Hanover 96 right now are in the relegation zone in the Bundesliga and not playing very well. So once Werner opened the scoring for us and made it 1-0, we already had the opening goal of the game. Hanover looked very, very poor defensively, and once Tolisso rode the slide challenge here and played it through towards Stendera, he went one-on-one, finessed the ball into the back of the net and made it 2-0. It looked as though the game could be already done half an hour in. Hamburg 2, Hanover 96-0, and again, the reason I rested all these players, despite the fact I said in the last game in this competition that I was going to take the competition more seriously and play some first team players, is because right now we have got such a congested fixture list and we're playing in midweek every single week. We never get a full week's rest time anymore, and because of that the players simply cannot cope with the constant need to play in the game. So I need to keep on rotating the team, keeping them all fit, and as you can see, it turned out to be a great decision because we were 2 goals up at the break, looking the far superior side despite Hanover dominating possession, and just past the hour mark here we could have made it 3-0 and secured our passage into the final. Timo Werner danced around his man, got inside the area here with the step over and went for goal from a tight angle, but finessed it just wide the post and behind for a goal kick. But Hanover really didn't do much in this game at all. The away side, currently threatened by relegation, probably had their minds on that instead of a place in the final, whereas we can concentrate on all 3 competitions right now and ensure, and know for sure that our backup brigade can still get the job done in the cup. And that's exactly what happened in this game. Despite making 11 changes, we still were the far better side. Timo Werner scored twice and we booked our place into our first ever cup final with Hamburg. So Werner made it 3-0, he'd scored 2, Stendera had scored 1, and this was such a routine game. I remember coming into it as well thinking to myself, right, do I want to rest all of my players here in the cup semi-final? It's a bold thing to do, it's a brave thing to do. We need to keep everyone fit though, and we've got a massive game on the weekend as well against Augsburg in the league. We cannot afford to slip up once again. I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it, rest all my players. If we go out, we go out, that's just how it is, but I'd rather sacrifice the cup in order to try and win the league. And after we beat them by 3-0 and come the end of the game, I saw they didn't register a single shot. I was thinking, my word, I could have played some academy players in that game. It was that easy. Hanover did literally nothing, and it was almost as though they were just too worried about where the league games on the weekend to even bother trying in the game in midweek. It was ridiculous, but we're through to the cup final. I'm surprised how easy it was, but I'm still pretty pleased. We'll be taking on Stuttgart in that final after they progressed on penalties in their semi-final tie, and I'm looking forward to our first ever cup final with Hamburg. And it's not the competition we want to win. I've said that a few times now. It's the least of our priorities. It's the least concern of ours. We're more focused on the Bundesliga and the Champions League, of course, as well. But if we can get some silverware this season, I won't really mind what it is. We just need to make sure we do get a trophy in our cabinet come the end of the year, because still, you know, coming towards the end of season 3, we are still without a trophy here with Hamburg, and we need to win something. And if it has to be the Deutsche Pokal, then so be it. You know, we'll take it. But still, for the third and final game of today's episode here, we take on Augsburg back in the Bundesliga in our 3rd straight game at home as well, taking on a side who started the season off very well, and for a while at least at the start of the season, we're actually top of the table, falling off the pace a little bit right now, but still vying for a place in Europe come the end of the season. Not much really happened in the first half of this game, and 4 minutes before the break, we were still deadlocked at 0-0. We won ourselves a free kick though, pretty central, and Cesar Valente came forward to take it. He scored 1 so far this season, but blazed a lot off target, hit the post as well, and had a couple of good attempts saved by goalkeepers as well. But Valente was still over it here, had a good chance to score for us and make it 1-0, open the scoring just before the break. The referee got his vanishing spray out. He was 25 yards out, curled it towards the top corner from the left-hand side, and as you can see, he did find the back of the net and make it Hamburg 1, Augsburg 0. So the goalkeeper diving to his left, couldn't get there, and Valente gets bundled by Carvajal and his teammates as he scores his 2nd free kick goal of the season and the series as well. And it's taken him a very long time before he's got truly threatening with free kicks, but now he's starting to get a bit of a reputation. His 2nd goal this season, and it may not sound amazing, and I guess it's not, but he's a goalkeeper for goodness sake. He's 19 years old, so whenever he scores a free kick, we're going to celebrate it like it's a game winner in a cup final. A fantastic free kick by the number 1, and Cesar Valente scores goal number 7 in the Bundesliga season already, goal number 6, in the Bundesliga season already, and he separates the sides going into the break with a marvellous free kick. So Hamburg 1, FC Augsburg 0, and in the second half here, directly from the restart, nothing really happened in the first half other than that goal, but right from kickoff, Augsburg surrendered possession. Brandt found Correa, who rouletted around his man, tried to put the goalkeeper off as well with the dummy on the shot. He didn't really go to ground, he took the shot on anyway, found the back of the net as Hitz could only get a touch, and Angel Correa made it Hamburg 2, Augsburg 0. And he missed a great chance in the game against Borussia Mönchengladbach, hit the post on the 1-on-1. This time he took more time with the shot, tried to put the goalkeeper off with the dummy as well, took the shot on with the weaker left foot, and despite the goalkeeper getting a touch, the ball was still still slotted in to the back of the net. So Correa scoring his 19th goal in the Bundesliga this year. He's 4 goals shy of what he got to last year, which was 23, and it makes it Hamburg 2, Augsburg 0. So first seeing Correa score a free kick, Valencia score a free kick, and then Correa scoring a one-on-one chance as well. Things starting to look a little bit brighter for Hamburg, who have been struggling of late, but directly from kickoff here, Augsburg try to get themselves back on the game with Eswein finding Opare here down the right-hand side. He takes around Maswak and tries to cross it into the centre. He takes a deflection, and then a lucky touch from number 21 sets himself free. The ball comes inside towards Mario Gomez, who rifles the ball in off the underside of the crossbar and makes it Hamburg 2, Augsburg 1. So Mario Gomez at this point in the career would be about 32 years old, but he's always been a proven and clinical goal scorer, and the experienced striker has now got goal number 11 in the Bundesliga season. And of course, he used to play for Bayern Munich back in the day as well, so he's trying to keep his old club in the title race right now. With a goal like that one, canning the ball in off the underside of the bar, he's doing so as the away side reduce the deficit and make it 2-1. So Hamburg 2, Augsburg 1, but fortunately for us, just 4 minutes after the hour mark here, the Estonian centre-back Klavan took down Angel Correa after he got himself inside the area with the neat little Blasty flick, and as you can see, the number 5 dived in from behind. He did win a lot of the ball, in fairness, but only through coming through the back of Correa, so I think the referee called it right. We'll call it debatable due to the amount of the contact with the ball he won, but I still think the referee did call that one right. So Hamburg 2, Augsburg 1, with a chance to make it 3-1 from the spot, and we do so as well, because Cesar Valente came forward to take it, got his second goal of the game, and extended his fantastic penalty record. He still only missed 1 in his entire career. So Hamburg 3, Augsburg 1. He restores our 2-goal cushion, though, most importantly, as he runs to the cameraman to celebrate with 3 of his teammates. So 3-1, our 2-goal lead is back, and it wasn't the best of penalties from Valente. Usually they go right in the top corner. This one went into the roof of the net, but it was pretty central and hits the goalkeeper for Augsburg. I'm surprised he didn't even bother trying to dive, because if he did, he might have got at least a glove on the ball and could have prevented it from going into the back of the net, but instead he just stood still, and fortunately for us he did, as Valente converts the penalty and gets goal number 7 in the Bundesliga season. So a brace for Valente, his first of the season, and it's Hamburg 3, Augsburg 1. And from kickoff here, Augsburg surrender possession. Gerhardt finds Correa, a great chance to make it 4-1 and secure the points, but Hitz made a great save on the one-on-one, turned it behind for a corner, and kept it at 3-1 to Hamburg. So Augsburg refused to give up, and their goalkeeper made a couple of great saves here, twice to deny our Argentine striker and keep them in the game. And one of the final chances fell here with 15 minutes to go, as Augsburg went in search of another goal to once again reduce the deficit to just 1 goal. They worked the ball around here really nicely, as Raphael finds Jidong 1, and he plays it through towards Max, the number 31, inside towards Raphael, and a great through ball towards Aikin, who goes for goal and finds the back of the net as well. And with 13 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock, with the away side in 4th place right now, desperate to cling on to their final Champions League place, just refuse to give up. A great little ball by Raphael and a fantastic finish by the number 37. No chance for Valente, and it's Hamburg 3, Augsburg 2, but thankfully it was how the game would finish. Despite a late goal there for the away side, we hang on for the 3 points, and it wasn't a pretty win, it wasn't a convincing win, that's for sure, but considering how inconsistent our league form's been of late, any win that we get is going to be well received. So we celebrated it like we'd won the title, because the truth of the matter is the way we've played of late, particularly in the Bundesliga, has been absolutely awful. So we get the 3 points, not a great win, but we'll take it, and as you can see, with 3 games to go in the Bundesliga, we are still top of the table, but just by a point. But that is going to today's episode of the Bundesliga Career Mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. Don't miss the next episode. It features 2 massive games in the season. Our first leg of the Champions League semi-final against Barcelona, and then a 3rd versus 1st clash as we travel to Borussia Dortmund, who are trying to keep themselves in the title race. So don't miss the next episode. It's going to be great. Thanks for watching this one, though. Please, if you like, enjoyed it, and I'll see you for the next episode of the Bundesliga Career Mode very soon.